Hey friends, in the few minutes, I'm going to share a powerful story with you that can change your life and mindset. It's the story of a man who starts with nothing and ends up building a successful business. Hidden inside this story are 5 simple but powerful lessons about money, value, and success. These are not secrets locked away from you, they're open truths. Most people see them every day, but very few truly understand them. And I say this with confidence. Anyone who understands and applies these lessons can change their financial future. Even if this story is fictional, the lessons are very real. They've been used by ordinary people to create extraordinary lives. So listen carefully, not just to the story, but to what it's really teaching you. Let's begin. Imagine a busy morning in a large western city. People are rushing to work, cars honking, traffic lights flashing. Everyone looks stressed, focused only on their own life. Right near an intersection on the cold sidewalk sits a poor man. His clothes are worn out. His face looks tired. In his hand is a small bowl. Every day he sits there asking strangers for help. Some people ignore him completely. Some give a few coins without looking at him. Some feel annoyed. Others walk past as if he doesn't exist. He doesn't enjoy begging, but he doesn't see any other option. Near that same intersection, he often notices a white Rolls Royce. It passes by again and again, almost every week. The car is spotless, silent, powerful. Inside sits a man who clearly lives a very different life. If someone like that gave me even a little money, my problems would disappear. So every time the car stops at the red light, I walk up and ask. But every single time, the window stays closed. What's the point of having so much money if you won't help someone in need? I learned from others that the man's name is Mr. Walker, a businessman known for being extremely disciplined and value-driven. One day, something different happens. The white Rolls Royce stops again. This time, the window rolls down. Mr. Walker calls over a street vendor to buy something. He generously gives the money and says to keep the rest. I feel confused. Why him and not me? Hope turns into frustration. He rushes forward, holding out his bowl, and says, "You help others, but you never help me. Why?" Mr. Walker looks at him calmly and asks a simple question. "Tell me something. Do you only know how to take from others, or have you ever given something of value to anyone?" The man freezes. No one has ever asked him that before. After a pause, he replies, "I'm poor. I have nothing. How can I give anything to anyone?" Mr. Walker responds, "If you truly believe you have nothing to give, then you can't expect the world to give you anything either. Money moves through value exchange. I paid that vendor because he gave me something. If you bring value, you'll be rewarded. If you don't, there's nothing to exchange." The light turns green. The Rolls Royce drives away. But those words stay behind. That night, the man can't sleep. The question keeps repeating in his mind, do I really have nothing to give? For the first time in years, he isn't angry, he's curious. The next morning, he notices wildflowers growing near where he sleeps. Simple flowers, free. He remembers giving one to a child once and how that small gesture created a big smile. An idea forms. He picks the flowers carefully, ties a few together, and carries them with him. That day, when someone gives him money, he gives them a flower in return. Something changes. People smile. Some thank him. Some give more than they usually would. For the first time, he feels dignity, not pity. The beggar realizes that by giving flowers to people who gave him money, he felt something different for the first time. He started to believe that he could also give something to people, even if it was just a smile or a moment of happiness. He noticed that when he began giving flowers, people started giving him more money in return. Slowly, this became a habit. When the flowers ran out, he didn't stop. He would smile, talk to people, and wish them a good day. And that's when he understood a powerful lesson. Value can always be created. A few days later, Mr. Walker's white Rolls Royce stops again. The beggar runs up to him and says, "Today you must give me money because I also have something to give you in return." Mr. Walker pauses. A small smile appears on his face as he realizes the beggar has understood something important. He takes out a $20 from his wallet and give to beggar. In return, the beggar pulls out 2 or 3 flowers and gives them to Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker smiles and G said, "Very nice. Next time give the flowers first, then ask. Give first, then ask." The signal light turned green again. Mr. Walker smiled and drew away. But again, this thought is ingrained in the beggar's mind. Like, give first, then ask. He starts giving flowers to people first and then asks for money in return. When he starts doing this, he notices that people are giving him more money. When he gives flowers to people without expectation, sometimes they don't give him money, but he still feels good. But this trick wasn't working very well either. His flowers would run out quickly and he would have to bring new ones frequently. That's why next time, a few days later, when he meets the businessman in the car again, he tells him, "The lessons you taught me are working for me, but I still feel something is missing." The businessman then tells the beggar he will give him not 1 but 2 lessons. First, he advises, don't just give this flower, sell it with a story, with emotion. Second, he instructs him to sell it to the right audience who genuinely need the flowers. He tells the beggar that if he does this, he will earn a lot of money. When the beggar asks what it means to sell a story with emotion, the businessman explains that people going to work often don't have time to buy flowers for their loved ones. He suggests the beggar tell them, I know you don't have time to pick new flowers to give to your wife or girlfriend, but today I have brought these flowers for your behalf. And by giving this flower, you can bring a smile to the face of your loved ones, your wife, your girlfriend. He advised him to say this and start giving them to the right people. The signal light turns green again and the car drives away. The beggar starts thinking about this lesson that he needs to give flowers to the right people, and not just give, but sell them. This concept isn't entirely clear to him, but he decides to try. One day, gradually, instead of giving flowers to just anyone, he tries to give them to people who truly need them. One day he spots a couple on a motorbike, and he understands they are fighting. The beggar approaches the man and gives him a small bouquet of 2 or 3 flowers, intending for the man to give them to his girlfriend to help resolve their fight. As soon as the girlfriend receives the flowers, her expression changes to a smile and their anger subsides, ending their quarrel. The man then asks the beggar how much he owes him. At this point, the beggar has a sudden realization. He is no longer just a beggar, asking for alms, but has provided something of value and is now acting as a businessman. He confidently tells the man the price is $5. After receiving that $5, tears well up in the beggar's eyes. Today, after giving the flowers, he realizes that he is no longer a beggar but a businessman. He meets the businessman again. He tells the businessman all these things that happened to him. The businessman smiles and gives him one last lesson. Don't just stay in this thought. Try to do something even bigger and keep thinking bigger. The car leaves again. This time the beggar starts thinking again about how else he can do things and earn more money. He thinks about how he can become a big business owner. Now 6-7 months pass. One day the businessman is sitting in a cafe. Suddenly a gentleman in a suit comes in front of him. The gentleman greets him with a, oh, hello, hi, and asks, did you recognize me? The businessman looks, thinks, and is a little shocked, but he realizes that this is the beggar he met 6 to 7 months ago. Thank you. You didn't give me any money 6 months ago, but you gave me such a life lesson because of which today I am not a beggar but a flower seller. People call me flower seller. As you said, I didn't limit myself to just the traffic signal. I gradually started buying flowers from different vendors and started selling flowers at temples, outside colleges, and at various other places. Today, my business is doing very well, and I have hired many people who used to beg and who are now working for me. Thank you so much for teaching me such important life lessons. And here are the 5 lessons this story teaches. Lesson 1, stop waiting for the world to give you something. Start creating value. Lesson 2, give first. Value always moves before money. Lesson 3, people don't buy products, they buy emotions and stories. Lesson 4, the same product becomes powerful when sold to the right audience at the right time. Lesson 5, never stop thinking bigger than your current situation. The motive of this video is simple. No matter where you start, wealth is a skill, and skills can be learned. And if you apply these principles, your position will change, just like his did.